What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. So today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about, I guess, like knowing that you're on the right track, and the importance of loving kind of like what you do. So I think one very important thing in your career is absolutely being passionate and absolutely loving what you do. I know there's a quote that from one of the motivational speakers I listened to, and they said, when money's your only goal and you're only doing things just for money, you'll never be happy and you'll always work twice as hard. Um, but when money isn't isn't everything, then you'll truly be happy. And I think that's very true. Like like myself, obviously everyone always wants to make more money, but like where I'm at right now, I've been offered jobs that pay me quite like a decent bit higher, but like I don't. I always hit myself with that dilemma. That I'm always hit with the dilemma of it's like it is more money and like potentially somewhat life changing money. But I'm like, but what price can I put on a job I love and like the happiness that I get from working where I work? And that's a really hard question to answer because like how do you put a price tag on something like that? And for me it's always been the more I look at it and the more those opportunities go have gone by, I've realized more and more that like I've always been reassured that I'm on the right path, by something that happens. Whether it be that like I'm like, okay, like I look at the opportunity more, I'm like, yeah, that really wasn't for me. Or something else happens here where I'm like, no, this is this is where I'm supposed to be. So I mean that part is very very important. And knowing that you're on the right path is the other side of it, right? Is have it like I don't like I'm not the type of person that likes to sit still. I like to have a plan. I like to have a goal in mind. As I talked about in my last video, is like where you're going takes time, but having that idea of where you want to go, even if it's something huge, like it doesn't like I always say dream big's always a real big thing, but there's a there's a quote that goes what is it, people always criticize your dreams, but my dreams don't live down there, they live up in the stars. And I mean for me, I always love to dream big, and again, it's about setting an overall goal of where you want to go. And once you've done that, then it's just a matter of, if it's small goals in between or milestones, what have you, is hitting those along the way, gauging your success and making sure that, you're headed in the right direction. I think that, there's no, I'll say there's no dream that's unattainable if you really just are, giving it your all and you are doing what you love. Like I mean, honestly, in my current position, I don't feel like I work ever, because like like it's one of those things that when I'm here, I'm invested. I'm invested in it, and it just is fun. I love the people I work with. The team I get to work with is amazing. Every single one of them is super talented, and I learn something new every day. Um, Overall, it's just it's a great thing, and like I can't really put a price on it or put it into words, really. Like I talk about there was a moment that when I was coming here that I was leaving my previous job and everything else, and I said like I don't really want to quit there just yet or whatever. And my fiance said to me, if you like if it comes down to it and you have to pick one or the other, you should pick your this new job, because I've never seen you so happy you know working anywhere. And for me, that was my sign that I was like, yeah, you know what, she's right, this is where I need to go. um and luckily it didn't come down to it when I needed, like, for the circumstance that I needed it for. But I was ready for it. I was like, you know what, it would suck, but here's where I'm headed. And that was kind of one thing. And like there's some people during like one of our like hackathon things we had where we do we like have 40 hours work on a project or whatever, and you do what you can to make something happen. in those 48 hours. And, you know, I had, I think it was, oh, I forget her title, but someone who works here, and they were like, you know, it doesn't make sense for you to work anywhere else other than here. And the more and more that days go by, I realize that I'm like, yeah, no, you know what, they're right. This is where I'm meant to be. Um, so yeah, making sure that money is not your only priority. You know, obviously you got to earn a living, but you know, at the same time, you gotta love what you do. You know, they say, love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And I mean, I feel like that's definitely a very, very true statement. So, but that's going to cut it for me today. You know, I hope you guys are liking the videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know, if you have any suggestions, make sure you drop them in the comments. And I will see you guys later.